The tagline for this is "Gaming and Comics Had a Baby."
I heard
stars
this.
you. I saw that and I laughed so hard. What does that mean? Because every time I try to look up the whole action graphic novel, there wasn't a lot about it. What is it about this new little mingle that is so different?
Well, it's really, I'm not a big gamer myself, so I don't know what the landscape is, but this game is really beautiful in that, you follow a narrative, so a graphic novel style narrative with gorgeous graphics.
I saw some of them.
Aren't they amazing?
Beautiful.
They're beautiful. Dashong is the artist. He's incredible. They're gorgeous. And then there's a score that's stunning also. So you have this graphic novel element, but then there's also combat. And you end up, because it's a kung fu story and it's about defending your kingdom, you end up in these combat situations which you can level easy, medium, hard, and then you can fight within that context. So it's kind of the marrying of those two things where you have a bit of a choose your own adventure story along with fighting.
What made you want to do this particular? This is something so different. What drew you to this in particular?
Well, there were a few reasons. First of all, I thought the art was really what they showed me at the time was beautiful. I liked the team. They're Toronto-based. They're Canadian. It's a smaller company right now. I like that. I like that I get to be a part of something that's made at home. And that means something. And the character herself was someone I thought who was aspirational and inspiring versus cynical. And, not that I like some cynical stuff, but with games, especially because you're engaging in a game and you're kind of putting yourself into it, I wanted people to be able to play something that was aspirational and hopeful.
Great. That actually kind of segues into my next question.
Yeah.
What do you admire about Xuyan and feel her character can convey to audiences?
She is a girl who has been given everything in her life. She's a princess. She has everything. And she has a lot of great qualities, in the beginning. She's strong-willed, and she's smart, and she's passionate, and excited about kung fu, and she's a nice person. But it's through this process of her kingdom being threatened that she has to really grow herself up. And she uses traditional kung fu in order to do that. So she has to go deep in order to find her strength. And I think that's true of all of us, that we, in order to find our strength or our potential, we must go deeply internal and really confront those parts of ourselves that are temperamental or ugly or whatever those things are, and transform them into something that is more rich and potent.
Good. Why do you feel diverse characters such as Xuyan are important in gameplay specifically in today's age?
Well, again, I don't know the landscape fully, but if it's anything like film and television, which I'm sure it is, if not even more Caucasian male driven, I think that having females and having females who aren't white is very, very important. I'm half Chinese. I grew up with very few people who were half Chinese. I never really felt it fully, but I think as I've gotten older, I've come to see more and more the limitations of representation as it is currently. And a game like this appeals to women, and it appeals to non-white women, and it can bring us closer together. And this game, too, is interesting because I think it actually delves into traditional Chinese values and culture, so it also broadens our understanding of the world if you're playing it, and you didn't have a sense of that before. You can develop a deeper understanding because we don't always research deeply. We rarely do in our social media age. And a game like this allows you, without you realizing it, to kind of research a little more deeply.
I love that. So, like you already mentioned, Xuyan is really into kung fu and all of that. Have you ever thought about taking anything like that up, any kind of discipline like that?
Well, I did. So my parents put me in every class known to man. But I did karate for a long time. So that is something I practiced. It's a different discipline, obviously. I did kung fu for one class, one series of classes. So, but karate's a different beast. But I certainly did that for ages. it was a part of my childhood experience until I was like in 10th grade.
Yeah, my mom did it after I was born, and she loved it. She would come
Yeah.
home and try and kick my dad up, or like kick my dad's butt and everything. And it's like, okay, Alice, that's enough of that.
Yeah, but it is, I mean, karate, and I think that Kung Fu is similar in some ways, but you learn a lot of discipline, and you learn respect, and you understand, it's about honoring your elders also, and that's a big part of the culture, being able to like see your masters or teachers or elders or parents and value them as important. And so I think that's, you know, also what Shuyan's learning.
Last question. You've done a lot of fantasy work with this, with Beauty and the Beast, with Smallville, all of that. What is one career goal that you still want to achieve for yourself?
Oh, God. Well, I really want to, apart from acting, I really want to produce. I want to be able to create the stories that I'm most interested in. And I'm starting down that path, but it is a very challenging journey. It's hard to, when you're most known for one thing, it's really hard to get out of that. And to build a skill set in another direction. Like, you spend the majority of your adult life doing one thing. Like, am I good at anything else? Probably not.
No, I totally disagree. Like, personally, my education base is in healthcare, and I am not happy. I quit my job,
crazy.
And I'm changing to more this role. It's just, nobody
That's a big shift.
Yeah, I'm terrified.
Yeah,
nobody
easy
is,
though, right?
Yes, nobody is just good at one thing. So
yes.
definitely.
But you've got to build the skill in the other way.
Just
absolutely.
And you already have the experience
on sets.
With the acting,
yes.
You know how to do it.
It's true.
You'll do it.
Thanks for the pep talk.
No problem. Just remember me thinking, oh my God, I quit my job. All right.